But finally, we're here, and we're gonna jump right in with the SN top 10, the games that we are looking forward to, which
Yes.
hopefully one day we will all get to play. Because I don't know about you, but all of these games, I have none of them coming. So, so I hope that I will eventually get them, but at the moment, not.
Well, I didn't, for my list, I didn't put any expansions.
Yeah, same.
And I didn't add games that are backed on Kickstarter because some of them were Kickstarter games. But we'll talk about those afterwards. Or maybe you picked
Okay.
them. There
Yeah.
are one or two
Could
games
be.
that there are Kickstarter games which I didn't add to the list either.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I didn't back
So,
any of them. I think some of them are out already. But yeah. Anyway,
okay.
I tried to do ones that I either didn't know anything about or very little. Let's put it like that.
Okay.
Okay. So we're not gonna do like crossover. There's only 10, so it's not really worth it.
Yes.
So for you, what is your number 10?
A game that I thought maybe would be on your list, but maybe you missed it. A game called
Hmm.
Fortunes of Scoundrel Bay.
No,
It's
that doesn't ring a bell.
Yes, it's published by Chili Fox Games, who make some decent games. They did a game which I own called Come Together, which is it was an
Hmm.
interesting little worker placement game. But this Scoundrel Bay, it looks like a combination of um it's gone blank now, Jamaica
Yes, it
and
does.
Merchants of Marauders, because it is a game of pick up and deliver, area control, recruit guys, go attack, invade, P versus P. I think it's maybe not. Maybe it's not P versus P. Maybe it's just deck multi-use cards. It looks like it says hand management, events, pick up and
Yeah.
deliver. So it looks like a combination of Jamaican move. The board looks like a Jamaican board where there's different zones for your boats to move. But it also
Hmm.
looks like Merchants of Marauders, which I know we both love. So
Yeah. Yeah. It
this
says
game
here
looks,
recruit,
yeah.
sail and shoot monster, invade, and you
Yes.
can't take the same action you took on your previous turn.
Okay,
Yeah.
so there we are. So and it says high interaction, so which is what you want from a pirate game, and it looks
Hmm.
pretty. It looks really pretty. So this is one that I am interested in. I think it would be really cool to own this one.
I do remember looking at it, and I think I was like, I have enough pirate games. But then now, if I look at it again, especially the boards, the player boards, I mean,
Yes,
I'm like, because I was going through the whole list of Essen, right? So it had to immediately catch my eye, or I went
yes,
past it.
yes,
But yeah, I think this one I'd be very interested to try for sure. Yeah,
yeah,
looks
and
cool.
it looks more Euro-y. So yeah, this is one I'm interested in. That's what's
Like
number 10.
a gamer's Jamaica. It seems more like. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, number 10 is a lot lighter, and it is
Hmm.
a huge dose of nostalgia,
Hmm.
and it has to do with music. Does that ring a bell?
No.
No, it's called I Made You a Mixtape.
Oh, that's Mike Delicia's game.
Yes. So initially, normally I get turned off if it's like a famous person, well, it's kind of like a famous person in the board game industry makes a game. I'm always a little bit apprehensive, but
Uh-huh.
I really like the premise. It's super light though. It's like I split, you choose, and you're
Yes.
basically connecting all these tapes. But like all the songs are like from my childhood and everything, and it's just cool to make like a whole mixtape that way. But it's literally like
Yes.
I said, yeah, I split, you choose. It's easy to teach, plays very quickly. The arts and the graphics are really nice. And yeah, for 80s, 90s people, it's really good. But I imagine if I play with my daughters, they'll be like, I don't know any of these songs or whatever. So you have to have the group to play it with. Otherwise, it's gonna fall flat. And I don't think you can play it all the time because it's gonna get old pretty quickly. But for now and then, for a dose of nostalgia, I think that would be very nice. It's like a filler game, but I
Mm.
think yeah, I was pleasantly surprised when I did some research on it, and I was like,
Okay.
actually, this is really cool, you know. But the downside is as well, I don't know if you're looking at the pictures, but because you put the tapes underneath each other, it can become a huge vertical table hog because it could be like
Okay.
a very long line of tapes. So that's something to know. But yeah, just the fact that saying like, this song or this song and all that kind of stuff. So it's very short It's very
Okay,
snappy
you're back,
filler
you're back,
game,
you're back.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're back.
So it's a very filler game actually. Okay. So that's basically
Okay.
I made you a mistake. What is your number nine?
My number nine is from Devere, and it's called Covenant,
Ah, that did
which
not make my
is
list, but it fell off the list. But okay, continue.
okay. Well, first thing is Devere, and most things by Devere are good. Is good.
Hmm.
They are one of my top publishers. It's a set collecting worker placement game with dwarf miners, and
Hmm.
the board looks really pretty and busy and everything we want in a good Euro. And I'm just interested. I said most all Euros by Devere, I'm there. And this one looks really cool.
Yeah, it says
So
here, lead your dwarven clan to reclaim the sacred mountain. And one
yeah,
of the people commented saying, a seriously awesome game with so many cascading actions and paths to victory. Another winner
yeah,
from De Veer.
yes.
So,
And yeah, as I said, okay. Besides what they did with Transgalactica, which was a disaster. Oh, actually, we'll talk about that. We can talk about that with the games we played. Forgot about that one.
mhm,
That was the one I'll rant about that later.
mhm.
But besides that, I've always been happy with everything they've done, and I'm really excited about this. It's like for me when it comes to Euros, it's Board and Dice, De Vere, and with Mind Clash, and this is
Yeah.
what up there.
It is
So
nice. And actually when I first saw the cover of Covenant, it reminded me of there's this dice game. Of course now I forgot
yes,
the
the one
name.
that the one that used to. Oh, it's and this is also the same designer as Bataku.
Is it the guy who made that one? Is the same
It's the
designer?
same designer as Bataku, and Bataku is great.
Yeah. The other one that oh, he made Monsterlands as well. That's one of my favorite games as well. It's in my top
I
100.
don't, I don't know that game.
Yeah, it's really good as well. But yeah,
Okay,
it's not the one that I thought about. The art is not that one that I was thinking about. But the game I'm talking about is a dice game, and you're trying to get crystals or whatever, and then you're building your little thing as well or whatever. It's difficult to describe. I used to
okay.
own it. I used to like it, but the art really reminds me of that. But it has
Yeah,
apparently.
but it looks really pretty. But I said the design also designed Sabika, which I play as a good heavy game.
Hmm.
Min Nefer, one of the plates also looks nice and heavy. So I
Yeah.
think he's a really good designer, and De Vere, I think it's a good combo.
Yeah.
So that's my number nine.
If I remember the game, I'll put a picture in it. But I'll have to do some research, I think.
Okay,
Okay. My number nine is I'm staying on the
light side. So
light side. It can't all be the dark side.
okay, go on.
It's barbecues. Do you know what I'm talking about? Do you know what I'm talking about or not?
I saw
So
the name. I was insulted. I moved on.
So barbecue is basically it says the barbecue is hot and it's time to prep the food for cooking, but don't spill on the grill or everyone will go hungry. So basically, you draw a card which says what you have to get. You grab food with tongs and you have to add it to
Yeah.
the grill, but you can't drop anything. So basically, you're using it's like a stacking game, but it has to be on the grill and you have to use those tongs, so you can't use your hands or whatever. And basically, if a piece falls off, you get a card. Two cards are eliminated. But the cool part is it looks really awesome. And I like the fact that you have to use the tongs because
I,
it's kind of like an equalizer because otherwise people might mess around with their hands or whatever. But now, and people who have played it also say that it's a delightful party spark. It's very, I'm just thinking my daughters and I'm thinking my students a lot as well. And I think that will be very nice. It's people said also quick, silly, a giggle in the right group. It absolutely shines when the table's full of laughter. So apparently someone said, so good I purchased the veggie version. Apparently you have a veggie version as well. But yeah, so it's very simple, but I don't think it's very special. It stands out
yeah.
the way it looks and the tongues. And I know it's very simple, but that's also part of my area that I play games now. So that also kind of finds its way in my preferences now. So it managed to get up to nine. But looking at the rest of the lists, I think it's over now for this for the fillers and the simple ones. Okay, what's your number eight?
Okay. My number eight. is actually, I'm surprised it's this low, but no, well, there's reasons for that. At first, it's okay. It's by one of my favorite designers, Vladimir Suchi,
Mm-hmm.
and the game is called Epona.
Ah, it's not on my list.
Okay, and usually he would be like in my top three. When everything, because usually Vladimir Suchi for Delicious Games, he designs one game a year. It's his company,
Mm-hmm.
and he like he's done excavation. He did underwater cities. He did Prague. Um, what's it? Do I have it here? Prague, Kaput Regni, of course, great game. And this is his ESSEN game. So he's got another
Mm-hmm.
one in his company, which is further down my list. But the
Uh-huh.
reason why, and the theme looks good, is about owning your own equestrian uh, company,
Yeah.
entrepreneur.
Horses,
But
yeah.
your horses. But the problem is that it's just a Tableau builder. It is
Yeah.
simply a Tableau builder. There's no central board, and those are usually lighter and not the most exciting games. I will like it because I like everything by Suchi, and
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind Tableau builders, but this is purely a Tableau builder. It's not like other games where there you have that and a board. It's just that. So we have to see. I'll have to wait and see. But I am interested. I like the theme. I like Tableau builders in general, but it's not my favorite. If it's
Mm-hmm.
just that, because that's we'll see. As I said, there's I don't know. We'll see how it
Okay.
works.
So, two things. First of all, I
Yeah.
looked at the box cover and I was no longer interested. That's so I see it now. Second thing is I also realized on BGG there's no pictures whatsoever. So I
But if you
quickly
got image,
Googled it.
if you got images, you'll see pictures.
Yeah. So if I went to really?
If you go to BGG and
Ah,
request images,
yeah, okay. So when I went to Google anyway, and I found the BGG designer developer diary where there's other pictures, and there one of the pictures says one of many solo games. So he says I played many playtests of the game solo. The process of testing and developing a game is fun to me, of course, but even after many games, my desire to play can wane a bit as I am in the mood for a different type of game. I don't really consider myself a solo game either. However, I found I kept coming back to this game to play solo as the number of card combinations together with the initial
yeah,
starting farms and the different owners create new directions of play that I very much enjoyed exploring and testing. I am
yeah.
amazing. No, I didn't say I am amazing. I'm just kidding that.
So
But
yeah,
yeah, it looks nice. The pictures
it
there, it
does.
looks nice. But purely from the box cover, I was like, eh.
In fact, it had. If you go to images, you'll see the original box cover, which
I
was
thought
even
it was
worse.
better. I thought it was
What
better.
the person on the horse jumping over a thing.
At least it gives like the idea of a race.
But it's not a racing game. It's a
Yeah,
game
I
which you
know,
own
I
a
know,
question.
I know. But I mean,
So,
I like racing.
but then again, not fair enough. But now I'm looking at the cards, and maybe there's good combos. Maybe it would be a lot of fun. It's just that
Yeah.
it's a pure Tableau builder, which is why it's not my favorite thing. But we'll see. It does interesting. And I said that Vladimir Suchi is a great designer, so I'm sure it's gonna
I
be
hope
good.
I hope the box is small because it just seems to be some tokens and cards, and then it would be really good to take to China, like for example. It's a nice
True.
solo
That is
game.
true.
Yeah. So I'm
That is
hoping
true.
the footprint is small.
That's true because, like, for example, like Terraforming Mars and games like that, it doesn't work solo because it's so big.
Yeah,
Even though
yeah, yeah.
technically it is a good solo game, would probably be a good solo game
Yeah.
because So I'm hoping it's good, but I think their main focus is another game. But I think um, Delicious Games' main focus is another game, which I'll be talking about in a few minutes.
Yeah, I think as we get closer to the higher part of the top 10, we'll
Yes,
have more crossovers.
that's
So,
of it.
FYI for the people listening, if one of us says one of the games that we had, we'll replace them with one of them that fell out of the top 10 later on, which of course is annoying if you say my number one is your number seven, but okay, whatever. So, my number eight, right,
Hmm.
is a game in the vein of Cascadia. But
Okay,
you're creating your own tableau, which I like even more than Cascadia. It's called Norsewind.
okay.
It gets also a lot of praise for a very good solo mode. So each turn you pick a card and you add it to your growing kingdom, so your tableau, and you place it
Hmm.
to earn rewards. You gather helpful followers, upgrade your castles because the Vikings are coming and they're not here to make friends. At the end of the game, you score each row in your tableau, but only if your defense is stronger than the power of the Viking attack. So you have to take it into account. You can't just ignore it. And I think just all of that sounds really nice to me. Sounds really good to me.
Ooh.
And it's something special, right? It's not something that I've seen a lot happening. So yeah. So I think it looks nice. And
Yeah. You see,
also the fact that the solo mode is
I
cool.
didn't look at the game because I didn't like the cover, but I now realize it's, they designed one of my favorite games of all time, Zangwo.
Yeah, like the cover once again is not very interesting,
But the
but
design
everything
is,
else is. Yeah.
yeah, you're right. It does look interesting because there's, as I said, the design is, it's actually very similar to my game, Eponia. It also looks like it's just
Hmm.
a
Yeah.
clean tableau builder.
And I like
Interesting.
drafting and the fact that you always get a card and then you have to once again, have like combos that you
Yeah.
can do and so on.
But
Yeah, I know.
it's only got two weighting. That's very low.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
thought
Well, but
that's
so
good. That's
same as Cascadia, right? It's not very
true. So it's a very light game, yeah.
yeah,
It's more lighter. Okay. But
yeah.
does look good.
Yeah. So in general, the people who have responded said, it's nice, it's good. Yeah, of Zangwo, Railroad Revolution as well. Yeah.
Yes,
Uh,
I like that game too.
yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I think it looks cool. It looks interesting. And I also think it'll have a small footprint because once again, it doesn't have that many pieces.
Hmm.
So, and it says 30 to 60 minutes. Well, we can ignore that most of the time, but whatever. Um, yeah. Okay. That's my number 8, Northwind.
Okay. My number seven is a kind of end of a trilogy of games that I really like, and it's called Aya Children of the Sun.
Wow, another not a crossover. Nice. Okay.
Yes, and it's a I have it over here. The two games was Sankora, which are over here, and
Mm-hmm.
Merv. That was the original game from Osprey Games.
Ah, yeah.
These
Yes, yes, yes,
crunchy
yes.
Euro games set in um, some exotic locations, like Merv is
Mm-hmm.
in the Middle East and Babylon near Baghdad, and Sankora is in Africa, and Aya is now in South America.
Yeah.
And it's got wonderful art by Ian O'Toole. All three games have,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't think it's got the same. It's not the same designer. I think it's just saying like the same universe. Actually, the
Yeah.
designer did design this one. Did design Sankora though, and it just looks like a good crunchy Euro. I don't know a lot about it, but I think it's also about the game. You ultimately determine the different scoring, how the game
Mm-hmm.
scores. So it's
Yeah.
the kind of interaction there, and it's area majority, say collecting the usual good things. But it just looks like it's like a multiple different things to take care of, like different factions of the
Yeah.
game.
It says highest, lowest scoring. But what I find annoying is when they have a description and the description doesn't really tell you how the game plays.
Yeah, that does you nothing. But I did watch a playthrough, and there are three different ways of scoring because apparently it's like the journey of these three gods,
It looks
and
really nice. Yeah.
it's very beautiful. And whichever one finishes the journey is one that scores. So you're not 100% sure which one's going to score,
Hmm.
but it looks really cool, and I'm really excited about it.
Well, I want all those games because all of them look amazing. And I
Yeah.
remember looking at this one, but I don't think, I mean, maybe I should have added it or not because, yeah, it has
Well, if
everything that I
you
really like,
yeah,
honestly.
we should, and if you want, we can still play. I said we can sometimes we can play Merv and we can play Sankora.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Yeah. And
But yeah,
IR is even the Incas, which is one of
yeah,
my interests. Yeah.
yeah.
Nice.
I said yeah, because I said the first one was Middle East, near Baghdad, Merv.
Mm-hmm.
The second one was Sankara, the Malian prince,
Mm-hmm.
and he's kingdom of Mali, and this one here is Inca. So I like these interesting themes, these interesting locations.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited about this one. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's I.
Okay, so I'm pretty sure my next one will not be on your list, even though I'm convinced we've both seen it at Simon Expo, maybe
Okay,
even 2 years in a row. It's called Synchro Horizon. Does it ring a
what's that
bell?
one? No.
It's a 1 to 4 player cooperative JRPG inspired roguelike board game of tactical
Okay.
combat and la la la. So
Yeah.
basically, you can
I
play
don't buy.
solo.
I don't. I don't do cooperative games anymore. Remember?
No, no, no. Oh, yeah, but you can play solo or together,
Yeah.
guiding a party of four heroes from the capital city of Luminaria to Stellaris itself. Nothing to do with the
Okay.
board with the computer game or board game. Facing monsters, leveling up, forging synergies before the Celestial awakens in a climactic battle. So basically, it's a large-scale board game, has a lot of detail, freedom to choose your path, build your team, survive encounters. It feels just like a JRPG, apparently. So you travel across a branching map. You explore villages, mines, towers, ruins, la la la. You battle swarms of monsters in fast tactical combat. You recruit and level up over 30 heroes, upgrading skills and items and combining them with masters to forge powerful builds. The initiative order changes every round. And then, of course, at the end, you always face a Celestial in a climactic battle. So,
Okay.
yeah, there's four Celestial bosses, there's 28 monsters, roguelike replayability. So, branching routes, evolving hero rosters, and adaptive strategies. And once again, you can play solo, survive through four seasons of 12 weeks each. And at the end, you fight the Celestial. And I think it looks really nice as well. And like I said, I'm convinced that we've seen this at Simon
What's it called
Expo.
again? What's it called again? What's the exact name?
Synchro Horizon.
Spell it.
SYNCHRO.
S I S Y.
SY, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
NCHRO. Synchro Horizon.
Oh, is it okay? Let me have a look at it.
Yeah.
No, I've never seen it. Not the cover. I've
No?
never seen that cover.
Well, not the cover, but the other stuff. I don't know. I'm convinced. I'm convinced I've seen it before, but
Maybe they were maybe they were advertising it.
yeah, but there were always people there, so we never stopped. So
Yes, I think I do remember this now. There were
yeah,
yes, I think I do remember it actually.
okay. That was my
It's
number
yeah,
7.
okay.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at okay. Is the designer Thai? It's yeah, for
Yeah,
they're from Thailand. Yeah, the designer's from Thailand.
yeah. So probably we saw it there. Yeah.
We did see it. Okay,
It
cool.
gets 8.8 with 31 ratings. Of course, it doesn't mean much because it's not out, but people say they played online and so on, and yeah. Okay.
Okay. Okay, so my number's what's now 7?
Yes.
My number 7
Six.
is so
Six.
6 is one of the best designers out there, and it's Danny Garcia, and it's Coming of Age.
I also don't have that one.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Okay.
I know which one you're talking about, but I wasn't interested.
Really
Yeah.
one. It's one of those games about the story of your life,
Yeah.
and you build cards, and you have to balance different tracks in order to make decisions. I don't know. It looks like a crunch because what happened in these games that deal with a person's life, usually they're pretty light or
Mm-hmm.
medium heavy. But this looks like a good crunchy Euro. In fact, it's got 3.38.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Yeah, it
and it's a
does.
game and it's a game about, making decisions and just developing your character as it goes through his life. And I think it's really cool. I think it's really interesting. And again, the designer, Danny Garcia, hasn't made a bad game.
Yeah. For me, what
Yeah.
turned me off is the looks. Like the player, like the faces and everything. I don't like the art style at all. The
It's
boards I
like
think are
Inside Out.
okay.
It's like Inside Out. You go inside the brain of the
Yeah,
person,
yeah,
the
but
mind.
the icons, the faces and everything is very
It's
I don't like the art. I'm sorry. If it's off-putting for me. The game can
I
be
don't know.
amazing. I'll
I think
play
it's like
it. I'll play it, but
it
yeah.
looks like a Mad magazine look. I don't know. I don't think so.
Yes, yes. I never liked that style.
I think it's
Yeah.
nostalgic. I think it's good. I think it's
Honestly,
cool.
the cover, if they had used exactly that stuff on the player tokens and everything, that was better. But on the player token is more cartoony. It's not as nice. Like the blonde kid looks like a clown. Sorry, but it's yeah, anyway. We all have our preferences, and for me, yeah. I'll play it. I'll never say no. But yeah.
Yeah, but again, I like the theme. I like the ideas, and I said I loved. I think Danny Garcia is a great designer, so I think this will be a really really good game. So yeah,
Hopefully.
so I'm excited about.
My number 6 is I'm sure it's on your list. I'd be surprised if
Mm-hmm.
it's not, or maybe for some reason you left it off. But is the Great Library from Lacerda?
Not coming out.
It was on the list, so
Oh, then maybe. Are you sure? No, it hasn't had a Kickstarter yet. It's a demo.
yeah, okay, yeah, but yeah, man, if it was on the list, I put it
Yeah, but
on
I
my
didn't count.
list.
I didn't count demos.
Okay, yeah. Well, anyway, then it's not on your list. Fine, but I
The, the,
put
kick- the Kickstarter hasn't even started yet because Speakeasy's coming. The next Kickstarter is going to be um, Great Library, which means will only come out in what 2027.
yeah, okay, but I mean, I saw it more like whatever you can do at Essen as I would do.
Oh, okay.
So
I didn't
okay,
do I didn't do demos and I didn't do expansions.
okay, so let's put an asterisk on Joachim's list. There might be demos. We'll see.
Okay.
Um, because I think, I mean, I could be wrong. Let me just quickly check because I've got it open here. The Great Library. Where are you, library? Um, blah 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 blah. Library. The Great Library. What year does it say? 2026. Ah, crap, you're correct. Okay. Anyway,
And
so
that's if we're lucky. That's if we're lucky because the Kickstarter
yeah,
hasn't
that's
even
if we're
started
lucky.
yet.
Yeah, true. Anyway, I put it on my list because it's a Lacerda, because it looks amazing.
But then you should put Speakeasy. Can't you just change it to Speakeasy?
Yeah, but I already okay, let's say Speakeasy then, but I already know that because I backed it and everything. So it's like,
True. Okay, talk about like the libraries. What made you interested, or just because of the Serta?
So what I liked about the Great Library, what I like about it is it looks amazing. And just the
Hmm.
theme also really speaks to me, being custodians, shaping the legacy of the Great Library, and
I
navigating all the
agree.
challenges that come with it and so on. And I don't know. Someone
I agree.
said that they play tested it and they said this is possibly the best Lacerda ever. Of course, everyone has their own opinion, so you take it with a grain of salt. But I'm way more interested in this than let's say Inventions, which I totally, was like, I still don't know why I backed it because thematically it really didn't appeal to me, or it did, but then what it was eventually wasn't my cup of tea. But I mean. He has a lot of good ones, but I'm just saying that's why it's number
Yeah.
six and not number one.
No, that's it. That
Um,
Speakeasy's theme as well looks amazing, and this one does looks really good
yeah.
too.
If I
So
put Speakeasy on, it's probably going to be top three. But I take it you also didn't put it on because you backed it, right?
yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, okay. So for the people at home, this is actually Speakeasy. Anyway, all right. What is your number five? Let's move on quickly.
I'm pretty sure. I'll be surprised if you haven't got number five on your list. Probably higher. I'm sure it's higher, and that's Recall.
It's not.
What?
Not even on my list.
Wow, I thought you loved Revive.
I saw Revive.
Oh, did you? Wow.
I
Okay.
did, yeah. Yeah. The irony is I played Revive and I liked it, and then turns out we played it wrong. And then I played it with the normal rules and I liked it less. I sold it. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah. But anyway, Recall, I'm willing to give it a second chance. Let's put it like that. But I didn't want to put it on my list.
Okay. Well, Recall looks all those routes. It looks like it seems like a sequel. The cover's stunning, a stunning cover
Mm.
with the
Yeah, it's true.
eyeball. And it
Yeah.
looks like it has all the elements that made Recall so good, which is the civilization, the card, the map building.
And now
Just
it's in
looks,
boxes, right? Like with key
yeah,
cards and boxes. Yeah.
yeah. So I'm really excited about it. And it's
Sounds
free
original.
waiting, action retrieval to say, yeah, key cards.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. And yeah, that was my number five. Don't know a lot more about that.
In the comments, someone says, maybe one of the best games of this end of year, but the ugliest one for sure.
I know, I know it's ugly, but it does look. I think it
Yeah,
looks cool. I like this
yeah,
look.
yeah.
So I'm surprised you're not
So,
higher. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I don't dislike it, but I remember Revive was, yeah, I don't know. But Recall, I mean, once again, I'm willing to try it. I love being proved wrong.
Hmm.
My wallet doesn't, but everything else does. So, right now, my wallet's very happy that I'm not that interested, but I know we'll see. We'll see.
Okay. Okay. What's your
It's good for this list that I'm not interested. Uh,
no
number
crossovers?
f
Yeah.
yeah, no. Number five. I don't know. Maybe this will be on your list, maybe not. It's 1975 White Christmas.
No.
So, 1975 White Christmas is basically the final hours of the Vietnam War because the
Yes.
song White Christmas was played over the radio as a signal to launch Operation Frequent Wind. So basically the largest helicopter evacuation in history, and that's basically what you're doing. You're trying to get people out of Vietnam. So coordinate a rescue mission, prioritize objectives, evacuate as many civilians as you can before Saigon falls. So I think it looks really cool because you've got like the ships and the like the ships and so on. Because you can upgrade your aircraft carrier, deploy helicopters, do secret missions and stuff like that. And yeah, you can easily play it solo as well. So that is what appealed to me. Also, once again, it's something different, right? Because that's what has appealed me
Mm.
most in my list, as different as possible, so to speak. And yeah, but it says
You-
expected fourth quarter this year, but
Okay.
yeah.
See, this company, I haven't got any of their games, but I know they're the ones who make those small box games with year titles in it.
Yeah, and
So,
also
like,
Fantasy Realms.
okay, but like they made like for like example, 1906 San Francisco, um, the 1920s Wall Street, 1923 Cotton Club, apparently was really
Mm,
good. They're famous for making these small box games, like the Epic, like the size of like Epic, tiny Epic games, but
yeah,
really crunchy Euro games. And
yeah,
I've never managed to get a hold of a copy, and I'll be really interested to try some of them,
yeah.
especially
There might be a problem as well getting a copy. But if it's small box, because it's just once again it's just cards. It does have a board, but
yeah. But the
no,
whole
the
series
guy
looks
the
yeah.
guy who did it, who created it, who designed it, Albert Reyes, also did the Battle of the Divas, which will also be
Okay.
yeah. So
But like I
yeah,
heard, like for example, 1923 Cotton Club was a good game,
yeah.
and I was always interested in that because also like the theme of that one,
Hmm.
which and again the idea of a small form factor. So yeah, that's a good call. I didn't think of that one.
Yeah. So once again, these days, smaller the box, the better for me. Okay. What is your number four?
Number four is the one I was alluding to earlier. Maybe it's on your maybe it made your list. Also, Delicious Games, and this is their big game, and it's designed by hot designer Thomas Hollick, and it's called Aquaria.
No.
Okay, did you look at it?
Yes.
And I think it's good. It's also tableau building cards,
Mhm.
but now you have a central board. This is more my style when it comes to tableau builders, card building. It's like you have to hand management and set collecting, worker placement, but it looks like you have to put the cards in certain regions on your aquarium to make because they need certain elements. And I love, I love scuba diving
Yeah.
and I love I love these exotic fish,
Hmm.
and a lot and the cards all seem to have different fish on them. And I think that's the theme that really speaks to me. I've always wanted to have an aquarium, but it's A, we don't have space here in Hong Kong. B, they can be expensive, and C, it's a lot of work a lot of hard work to keep it. It's
Yeah.
like it's like doing a science project to keep these things alive.
Just get plastic fish.
Yeah. So anyway, and then the designer, Holic, he designed SETI, he designed what's it called Galileo Galilei.
Yeah.
He's really on form, and this is Delicious Games. So this is probably the bigger game they're releasing. I'm excited. I like the theme. I like I said I like card management. So I'm keen. I'm really excited about this game.
Understandable, but I think it's mostly also the theme that doesn't really apply. Like I do have like some aquarium games, but they're like cutesy light games,
Mm.
for the different audience that I cater to. But this one, I think it's just not really up my alley, theme wise, interest wise, I think. Well, it looks
I think
good.
it's
I mean,
yeah, I think it's gonna be a really good game. Looks like he's
okay.
got different dials here. You got to work on different dials.
It's
And you
definitely
see
more
it's
complicated. Yeah.
yes, and the board is divided into sectors. For personal
Mm.
boards, obviously, it depends where you place them. Yeah, so it's also like managing the area where you
And
place your cards,
temperature as
temperature, and
well.
and the cards all have multi-use powers.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm pretty interested. And this again, there's a central board that looks like some sort of dice placement
Mm-hmm.
and worker placement. So yeah, I think it's gonna be a good game. I think it's really good. Like, yeah, it looks like your personal board has like six or odd dials. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it
So
seems
yeah.
really. I'd be interested to see how it works mechanically for sure.
Okay.
Okay, my number four is Hercules and the 12 Labors.
Yep.
Nope. It's good. It's really good for the list. It's basically an immersive solo card and dice game. It is incredibly beautiful. It's very beautiful. So basically, you're Hercules and you want to complete the 12 labors and ascend to godhood, right? So you're going to be
Hmm.
rolling, allocating dice to unleash powerful abilities. You're going to fight the Hydra, the Stymphalian birds, the three-headed Cerberus, and so on. Basically, the 12 ones, right? So anything that he did, you're gonna be doing. But it's a dice game, it's solo, you have to make choices. And yeah, it's a small box. This should be my small box list, apparently, because they all seem to be so low footprint. But I think it looks amazing. That's what solo attracted me. The fact
Hmm.
it's a small box, the fact that it looks amazing, the dice is cool, the cards have like gold shine, gold finish.
Yeah.
So it's all very pretty. It has some story cards as well to go with it, even though I know most of the stories already. But still. So I don't know. I hope it's going to be as good as it looks because it looks really good. The designer, well, I did 23 Knives and Time and the Coyote. It doesn't really tell me anything, those two. But yeah. And the publisher, what have they done? Confusing Lands, which I like. So that's good. The other ones I don't really
Okay.
know. But
Okay.
yeah, I just think it's really cool. It's solo and it's destined for China, I think. Okay. It's all solo only, by the way, I should mention. Yeah.
Yes. Interesting.
That's my number four. Number three. Okay, I think one of these definitely has to be in your top three, the one of my three downs. But anyway, what is your number three?
Horloge, the Prague astronomical clock.
Okay, that's my number two. So I'm gonna
That's
choose
your
a
number
different
two.
one when we reach two. Yes.
Okay. So let's talk about this one. This one
Yeah.
is just simply stunning looking.
Yeah, it is.
The board, it looks, God, it looks beautiful. And the mechanics look so crunchy and so interesting. It's got rondelles, it's got set collecting, it's got so
Mm-hmm.
that obviously the clock is a rondelle, and there's
Yeah.
multiple rondelles, and it's worker placement, and there's so much going on, and it looks like it gives you a headache. It's so colorful and beautiful and busy, but that's what we want in the Euro. And I said rondelles, set collecting, worker placement. Jeez, what more do you want? It's like everything we want.
Yeah. So
Uh,
this, I'll tell you why this is not my number one. I was looking at the comments, right? And someone
yeah.
says, after my one play so far, I have, however, one concern. Is it too AP prone? The thing is that it's no use to think ahead as you have to wait what the position of the wheel is when it's your turn, especially later in the game when people have two, three, or even four free turns. Great game, easy to learn, hard to master. But with our friends, the fact that we're giving them two, three, or four free turns, it's yeah, that might be a problem AP wise. Yeah.
Yeah, this is a game of this is a game. Yeah, but I don't mind. I'm used to it. They can't play in my house, so I don't have to travel to leave afterwards. I go straight to bed. So if they want to play till 2 o'clock in the morning, fine.
Yeah, yeah.
But
But
yeah,
it it
it's
it
stunning.
does say
It's
best
it's
three. Well, yeah, whatever
yeah.
for now.
I'm starting to think that all Euros are best with three.
Yeah, yeah. Otherwise, it takes too long. Yeah, I agree. But it has a solo mode, so hopefully it's a good solo
Yeah.
mode. Yeah. Okay. So, uh,
Okay. So what's your number three?
my number three. reminded me of Rurik. Does it ring a bell? No.
Okay, so that's not
So
my list. Nope.
because because you're mixing worker placement and also auctions and majorities. The game is called Pulitzer. You probably looked at it though at one point because it's pretty high on a lot of lists, I
Oh
think.
yes, yes, yes,
Because it
yes.
has the
I did.
Rurik
I was
mechanism.
interested.
Okay.
So that's the cool thing about it. That's the cool thing about it is the thread that you pull through
Yeah, yeah,
to connect
exactly.
ideas
Yeah.
together.
Yes.
That looks really cool.
Yeah.
That looks
Because
really
it
interesting.
it's
It might be a gimmick, yeah.
yeah, because they say the game really burns your brain when you have to decide where to place your worker and how much weight you assign to it, because then you need to have
Hmm.
pieces of evidence for the final scoring. But of course, nobody knows which kind of
Yeah,
evidences you're doing because it's behind your screen and you have to then do the
yeah.
threads and everything. And yeah, somebody else, however, says that the personal board is an interesting addition, but there's a major flaw in it because even if you try to get clues for your personal board, you could be completely out of the game in round 4 or 8, not because you get a penalty, but because you don't get at least 5 clues needed, and then you're automatically out of the game. But then, on the other hand, if you know in
Wow. Okay.
advance, I guess you can. But still think it looks very original. I like the Rurik auction that's in there, and worker placement style, and then the board. It looks very original, and that really makes it appealing to me. I hope it holds up. I think that's an
Okay.
advantage of not going to Essen because I have my list and I can wait a couple of months to see if it holds up or not and then buy.
Let's see what's good. Because remember how much we buy when we went to Simon Expo when there's like only a couple of games available. Can you imagine if
I
we went to
I
Essen,
still
how many games we'd buy?
I still have a stack of games from 2 years ago that I still haven't touched. So I
Yeah.
mean, yeah,
Like, if we went to Essen, we'd buy everything.
yeah, I think so. Yeah. So, oh, what game did you play? What do you mean play games? Oh, by the way, I brought four extra luggages.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Okay. So my number two
yeah.
is I mentioned to you already, it's a game that's I'm getting next week. This has
Mm-hmm.
arrived, and that's Ants.
Ah.
Now, it's by Cranio Creations,
Mm-hmm.
and it's very similar to a game I know you didn't like, which is Rats of Wistar.
Yes.
The the art is the same artist,
Mm-hmm.
so it does the same designer, but it's the same artist. And so it could be just be a different game. It must be obviously
Mm-hmm.
probably a better game. But also like the theme. It's like you're building your own ant colony. You've got your own personal board, which is your colony. You build rooms for them, and you build up your ants. You get different powers. Your different queen. I think your asymmetric power is your queen, and then you
Mm-hmm.
also got the central board in which you're moving around and gaining resources to bring back to your colony.
Yeah.
And you got the cards there, like interesting cards. I like the art, like I did for Red Star, and it looks. I think it looks really cool. I think it's looks like a really good Euro game. The ants are cubes, which is not great, but
Mm-hmm.
they move on the board and they do their thing. And as I said, I like Cranial Creations. I usually like their games, and this one looks the kind of game
Well,
I like.
it's the
Yeah,
same artist as Rats of Witstar, but it doesn't mean the
yeah.
game is going to be the same.
That's what I'm saying.
So,
It's
yeah,
it's
exactly.
different designer, but the art it does have that same feeling as Rats of Worcester because of the art.
Yeah.
And Rats of Worcester also had like your own little colony and going on the board. But this one here seems a lot more intense. It's got a 4 rating or
Yeah. And it,
3.94, 3.9. Yeah.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's quite heavy. So
Well,
and as I said, I like the idea of building up your own little colony and then going on the board and doing things.
one of the comments says, sehr komplex. Worker placement beide finden es spannend. So in German. So basically they like it and it's very, exciting and very difficult, yeah.
Yeah.
And even Rado left a one-line
Oh,
review. He said, "Really one of the best games of the year, but my wife found it too much mental overload with the constant influx of new cards." So I
okay.
guess you can see that as a positive or a negative, a constant influx of new
For me,
cards,
that's a
you know.
positive for me.
Yeah.
That's positive.
Negative for AP. But positive in general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. because
So what you,
it looks crazy. There's one picture that says at the end of a three-player game, it's really full. There's a lot of stuff going on. I think it's really cutthroat. It seems to be.
yeah, that's really good.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Interesting.
Yes, I'm really excited about that one. So what's your
Yeah.
your new number two then?
So I'll just take the one that fell off, right? That was number 11,
Yes.
but it's gonna
Yeah.
be a light one, of course. It's not worthy of number two, obviously. But my
Yes.
11, according to my list, was koi, so the fish, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I've seen koi games before,
There's
but
so
this one
many
I
of them.
really, yeah, but this one I like because it's a 3D koi pond. So
Okay.
you bring the reservoir to life. It's not just the fish, but you also have the habitats, the koi, but also you can have people helping you. You're a sensei as well. Highly customizable multi-layer tile placement system. And you've got bridges, lanterns. And some of the people said, I really enjoy when a game successfully captures the satisfaction that comes from building something and it does it well. And the mechanisms are
Okay.
engaging. Someone says played about 5 times since picking up a Gen Con. A bit busy, but not all modules are used per game, which increases replayability, keeping it in my collection. So those are like good stuff. Like once again, things that it's a game that I might take out when there's like people visiting who are not normally gamers and so on. And I think you can bring that out and then they'll be interested and be like, ooh, nice. Because it's 2.40, it's light, but it's very pretty. Yeah. And
Okay.
I think it's still interesting. Yeah, and also the koi are actually acrylic tiles, so you can still see the pond underneath, which is pretty nice. Okay,
Okay.
yeah. So not worthy of a two, but it's still
Mhm.
interesting. What
Okay.
is your number one then? I guess, yeah.
I guess if you know me, you might have guessed it. It's Board and Dice. It's a new game in the T series, and
Yeah.
that's the Buyer.
Tabaya. Oh, wait, I think I got
T
some
H
notes.
Thebai
Okay. Okay.
by David Turczi.
Mm-hmm.
And it's Board and Dice is my favorite, one of my favorite publishers. Their games are the
Mm-hmm.
light. I like their weight. I like the way they make games look. I like the themes. And this one's looks like right up there. It's set in Greece
Mm-hmm.
in the T series, so and it looks like it's a dice placement game, but the central board is something you build up the worker spots.
Mm-hmm.
So you put these like little um, grids things on the main board, and when you put the dice, you get to do the actions. Just it's almost like Galactic Cruise,
Yeah.
the connecting. I don't know exactly how it works, but it looks like you do build up the board with actions and the dice placement game. And
Mm-hmm.
you guys look at it; it looks very busy, and I like all these things I'm seeing so far. Personal player boards, tracks, and set collecting as usual.
Mm-hmm.
As I say, contracts, tracks, events, grid management. I like all these things. So this is the game, a tile placement and dice worker placement. I like all those things. And I like the way it looks, I like the theme, and I like it's a T series by Board and Dice. So I'm there.
I'm looking for it. I cannot find it.
Thebai.
Ah, okay. THE. Wait, I should be here soon then. Dubai. Oh, I have never looked at that before. It's the first time I'm seeing it.
Really?
Ah, yeah. I'm serious. Oh, it looks nice. I had no idea it existed. I like the dice and everything. It reminds me a little bit of Barcelona, but just because of the
Yeah.
squares.
But you
But
can see how you place the dice in between it, right? Just like
yeah,
a Classic Cruise. But also there's a
mm,
worker placement element to it.
yeah,
Yeah, it looks so cool.
yeah, it looks interesting. Yeah, yeah, no idea. So that's why I didn't expect it.
Yeah. So it's
Uh, yeah,
and it's I says like it looks like right up there was a game we both like, which is Minos. So same type of
yeah.
game. So yeah, that's what I'm excited about. That's my number one.
My number one is Nippon Zaibatsu.
Yes, I backed this on Kickstarter.
Ah, really? I didn't know it was on Kickstarter. Otherwise, I would have backed it back then. So
Yes,
yeah, a new
it's a really
edition of
good game.
Nippon. Yeah.
Yeah, have you played it before?
No, no.
It's really good. I played
Yeah,
the original game.
yeah. It looks amazing. It's complicated, but yeah, you're free to choose your play style. There's a lot of strategies that you can do.
Yeah.
It's a race for factories, markets, and bonuses, apparently.
And you manipulate
Um,
the work, you can manipulate the workers in different areas and different marketplaces. It's really good. I think
yeah.
it's gonna have it's been tweaked. So
Yeah,
maybe
it says the updated version respects the original while modernizing some key
yeah.
parts, from the dual worker bonuses to better boards and a more integrated chip system. It plays tighter, looks better, and gives you more flexibility without losing focus. Yeah.
Yeah. It was a
So,
What's Your it used to belong to What's Your Game, who used to
mhm,
do really good games before they became scam artists.
yeah,
Uh, and they lost all the rights to their good games, like Nepal was one of them. And yeah, I
yeah.
think it's a good call, but I backed on Kickstarter.
It says here, if you're into smart games that unfold slowly and reward thoughtful planning, Zaibatsu is well worth a look. And if you're a fan of the original, you might find yourself wondering, like we did, how you ever played it without expert workers and dual color bonuses. So
That's
yeah,
cool. So
it looks really cool, yeah.
no, it was a really tight game too. So it was it
But
was, it was really
it's
interesting.
amazing that you backed it, you know. I can try it and then see if I like it. And then you can have the Kickstarter version. I'll be like, man, I have
Mm.
to buy the retail version.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
Okay, so
Okay, so
actually, we only
what
have
we
one
missed.
crossover.
So we can talk about what we missed.
Yeah, sure. How about
Okay,
you go
so
first?
I can talk about expansions because there's so many expansions that are coming out that I'm so excited about.
Yeah, I only have like a
Okay,
couple.
okay, I can tell you. So, okay, but first of some of the games that I didn't speak about because I backed on Kickstarter.
Yeah,
Ada's Dream is coming
yeah,
out,
okay.
and Baghdad, both by Alley Games.
Mm-hmm.
Those look really good.
What is the second
Um,
one? Buff Dead?
Baghdad,
Oh,
Baghdad,
okay.
and the other one was Voynich Puzzle. You do not know about that game? Look that one up.
What was
Voynich
it?
Puzzle. It's by Danny
Oh,
Garcia.
okay.
Voynich Puzzle. This game looks stunning.
Danny Garcia.
So,
All right.
do you see it? Voynich Puzzle?
No, give me a second. Blah 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 blah. Danny Garcia. Ah, Voynich puzzle. I clicked it on before. Ah, yeah, it's
Yes. So,
plants. I don't like plants.
no, it's not about plants. It's about a man. It's about a manuscript that they discovered about 100 years ago.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
and it's a genuine. So it's genuine. Okay,
Okay.
so it's from a period from a couple hundred years ago, the manuscript, but it's got all these weird depictions in it that don't exist.
Ah, okay.
So no one knows what's going on. Was it just a prank? Was just someone making a joke? Is there
Mm-hmm.
someone doing code to hide some information? We don't know what it is. So the game
Mm-hmm.
works around that we're trying to solve this manuscript, and each of us will have our own personal little book. You have your own little
Yeah.
book, and each of the pages from this thing. So art is all from the manuscript itself,
Yeah.
and there's different sections. It looks really really interesting. I'm really positive about that game.
Honestly, I thought plants
No,
because
so
the cover is all plants.
no, it's a
So it's
plant.
like, okay. Yeah, it looks
Um,
interesting. The book as well that you have.
yeah,
Yeah. Okay. I stand
that was
corrected.
one. Which one did you like? What else did you know? Did you leave out? Want to talk about?
What I had that I didn't talk about was Tianxia,
Yes,
but
I've got
apparently
that.
that's oh, you have it already. Oh,
Mhm.
okay. So apparently they just said it's just a really good Euro game, doesn't do too much differently, but it's excellent gameplay. So
It's my
yeah.
favorite. It's my favorite designer, Daniel Giacchini.
Yeah. But you have to defend against the attack of the nomads together, which is what makes it
Yes.
different.
Well, it's semi-cooperative. You don't. I haven't played it yet. I'm hoping to play it this Friday. Well, maybe not this Friday, maybe next Friday. But
Yeah.
what happens is, you kind of you don't have to defend certain sections because what happens is each section, if it gets invaded, will affect certain worker spots that you may have already invested in.
Oh, okay.
So if you don't invest in that worker spot, you might say to the guy, "Yeah, screw you. You there. You can look after yourself." So because that's the kind of interaction.
Oh, okay. I get it. I get it.
But it looked really cool. I said I haven't had a chance to play it because I haven't played many games the last few weeks.
Okay. Another one that I had very quickly is Timber Town, which is basically, I think, roughly based on Timberborn, which is a game, a computer
Okay.
game, where you have a bunch of beavers, where you are basically making a town, right? And Timber Town is actually the same. You're a beaver architect constructing a new town on the riverbank using buildings sent drifting down the river. So basically, you do river drafting, right? You take tiles. And it's for two players. And the timing, of course, is fun because the tiles flow down the river, so you have to make sure. People are complaining about the colors and the icons are a bit too small and a bit washed because you can't really see the
Okay.
game all that well. But they do say it's a great variety from game to game because of multiple and varied scoring conditions and simple to set up and learn in 5 to 10 minutes. And it looks really nice as well. But once again, the icons are a bit small and the colors are a bit washed. So if they
Okay.
fix it, it will be better. Yeah, those are two
Okay.
other ones.
So I'll quickly talk about the expansions.
Okay.
Because that's just look at the quality of the expansion coming out. Minos, Dawn of Faith, the expansion for Minos is coming out.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The expansions for Windmill Valley is coming out, which is great.
Okay. Yeah.
Seti's expansion is coming out.
Yeah.
Civolution,
Yes.
okay. Underwater Cities,
Yes. I got that too. Yeah.
Federation,
Ah, yeah. I saw that one too. Yeah.
Piracies, Lord of the Rings, Duel for Middle Earth, and Allies one's coming out.
Uh-huh.
Galileo is coming out with expansion. Luna. There's just
hmm
so many good expansions coming out.
The one that I think I'm most excited for is a game that I don't own, and that is the fact that you can play Federation solo.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't own it, and
I don't know how
it's
to get it though. I don't know how to get it because either missed the Kickstarter or the Kickstarter didn't deliver to Hong Kong.
yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to find a way to get a copy of that because I want to play Federation solo.
Because with SETI, I'm a little bit on the fence. Like, obviously, I'm gonna buy it and I want to have it, but people, there's some comments saying that it was underwhelming, that they
Oh, it's
expected
got
more from it. But
well, you got new aliens. That's all. It's new aliens. That's all you
yeah,
want,
yeah,
and it's got player powers. What more do you
yeah,
want?
yeah. I guess they wanted more. I don't know. I don't know. We haven't played it, but I'm just saying
I
some of
want. I
the.
haven't looked at the Minos expansion. What that does? Have you looked at it?
No, I got the stuff that was delivered from Minos, the small stuff. What
Mm,
is it there? I haven't even looked at that yet. But I'm definitely interested for sure. I didn't. Yeah, no, I haven't checked it out. Yeah.
New dice allowing players to gain favor of the gods. It brings new strategies to the table as well as new abilities for players. It doesn't say anything.
Hmm.
So basically, it's a nothing comment.
But I think
It's,
for
oh, there's a
Minos
rule book. There's a rule
especially,
book.
yeah, you
There's a rule
just
book.
need more of those powers because there
Yeah.
weren't that many. So, and for Civolution, it doesn't seem too crazy either, actually.
I think it's
Just
also player powers. It's player powers, and
um,
I think there's now a fifth layer or something.
yeah, depending on the modules that you use. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Uh, Civolution, honestly, to me, didn't even need an expansion. But
Yeah, it looks like, but it does look like a small expansion. It looks like just like a couple of things.
uh,
Nothing special, nothing big.
a money
Um,
grab. No, that's not true.
I don't think so. There's a card game
Uh,
I thought you'd like is Etherstone. Have you looked at that?
no. Is it a TCG? I don't know.
No,
Let's see. Etherstone.
I
Maybe I
think you would
did
like that one.
look at it already. Oh no, I haven't looked at it. It's very pretty, yeah. That's already very tempting, of course.
Yeah. It's they say it's a Rex Arcana type killer. And it's designed by Simone Luciani, who's a really good designer.
It looks very pretty. Yeah. Yeah.
It does look
And
really interesting. And I thought it'd
what
be up your
what
alley
what
because
what
you
does
like
it
this.
what does it kill?
This is like Rex Arcana.
Res Arcana I thought was okay, but
That's,
a little bit too limiting. So
but it says hand management, deck. It's got deck building too.
yeah.
So anyway, it does. They say it's really cool. They say it's really good, this game, because I got dice as well. You manipulate dice with with the cards.
Yeah, it looks really nice. Looks really nice. Very interesting. Yeah, I'll keep my eye on
Mm,
that. I have more to say about card games later.
okay.
Another game that I looked at that was also kind of, I think not kind of, but is light and is very difficult to spell is a Kilauea. It's
Hmm.
Kilauea. It's basically
Okay,
tikis. It's very pretty. It's only weight 2.29, but basically win the favor of Pele, which I don't think is a Brazilian footballer, but somebody else. Building tikis next to both the volcano and your island. But basically, you're building tikis. It's very pretty. It's quite quick as well, and yeah, I just like the way it shows. Someone says received and played, really fun game, an abstract strategy that does a reasonable job of holding onto its theme. David Bernal was involved from Salton Sea, and I wasn't let
okay.
down. Clearly nothing like Salton Sea, of course, but it holds its own
Hmm.
for a lighter game. And apparently
Okay.
you don't really know what you're working for until half through. Then it gets very thinky and competitive. So yeah. And then something else I wanted to mention is Lost Droids. I think that also looks really cool because you take on the role of robot repairman in a world of depleted natural resources. And basically, you on your turn, you draw two droids. You then choose which
Yeah.
droid you want to give to your opponent, which one you keep. And at the same time, each player chooses to either recycle or repair his droid or to sacrifice it to build a dwelling. So there's a lot of different droids and habitations and so on, high impact choices. And apparently, this works really well in a two versus two team mode, which is also kind of rare, I think. But it's very pretty as well. I like these kind of games with like droids and older droids and everything. And then some other stuff, but I think that's not necessarily really necessary to talk about. Do you have
Okay.
anything else? SN games
Uh,
wise?
I'm just thinking there's a few others, but don't talk about Philharmonics, which are backed.
Mm,
That looks interesting. Kingdom Crossing looks good,
mm,
and I think that's it really for. There's a game called Paradox Island. Looks interesting,
mm,
and there's another one. The almost memorless was Faye's Swamp, which was designed by the same designers as Terra Mystica.
yeah, I saw that one too. Yeah.
Uh, They also look good.
Oh
But
yeah.
yeah,
The one
there's yeah.
Okay, I'll just mention the names that I didn't talk about. It's Skybridge, but there's not a
Yeah,
lot of
I was talking
information
about
about
it.
it.
There's nothing, just the cover, which looks stunning.
So basically what I know about Skybridge is that it's really pretty. There's some pictures where you can see some art. That art looks really nice. But of course there's no
Yes.
really no real mention of rules aside from the fact that everyone's building the bridge, I think, together. And you all have a
Okay.
different ability. And then of course you're trying to get the highest military might by the time it's finished.
Okay.
Also
Ember Hot,
urban, yeah, okay, yeah.
Ember Hot, which is by Ember Hot is by Mind Clash Games,
Yeah, I didn't like the
and
look.
this. Oh, that's Bosley's art. That's the same. That's the same design artist as Tapestry, and he's a great artist. I love his art.
Well,
And
no
and
one
and
can bet 100 all the time.
no, you're wrong. His art is great, and he's the artist of Everdell too.
Yeah, well, yeah,
And
I don't
and
know.
they're saying it's up there with like Lords of Waterdeep, as in uh, accessible Euro. It looks really good. It's Mind Clash Games.
Yeah,
So
sure, but I don't know. Yeah, it didn't make my list because it didn't really appeal to me. Even when I read about it, it's just, yeah, some things appeal, some things don't. Another
mm,
one that appealed to me was Urban Sketchers. Um, but it's only so though. I'm not like crazy about it. I want to wait and see how it gets received. But basically, you're walking around the city,
mhm.
and I think you're like midway Euro game where people travel the world, sketching iconic urban scenes, managing resources, and competing for prestige.
Okay.
But it is dice drafting. Uh, so each player chooses a die to perform an action, travel, obtain resources, buy cards, play cards in their sketchbook, or publish your report. And when each player has chosen two of the dice, the first player is passed around clockwise, and another roll is made. So I guess the first dice is passed around, not the first player.
Okay.
Anyway, so it looks okay. It looks cool. I like the dice drafting, so I'm waiting.
Okay.
And then I have one left, I think. Two left. Three, sorry. Natira, New Beginnings.
Yes, that looks cool.
Yeah. As sentient, you play as a sentient and intelligent animal tribe exploring and controlling areas abandoned in a bright
Yes.
post-humanity world. It basically has 150 plus basic and advanced exploration cards featuring discoveries, improvements, science, and so on. And someone said that the demo team was very easy, had an easy time teaching them. So that's already a good sign. It has a smooth design. It says the potential is there to be has variable VP conditions and a nice variety of asymmetric species to play. So it looks interesting.
Okay.
And then the last one I want to talk about, well, Labyrinth Chronicles, but you know about that. I think we talked about it earlier because that's a pre-order, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
And I want to play that with my kids, right? And then the Great Harbor, because the Great Harbor is by Arcona, I think it
Yes. Yes.
is.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, because they are the ones who also did what was it again? Magna Roma, which I own.
Ah,
And also with Pest and Small Samurai Empires as well. So yeah. Anyway, so it looks it didn't make the list because I like the idea, but I'm not crazy about the look. It looks
me too.
very
I didn't
busy.
back it on Kickstarter because of
Yeah.
but maybe it's very good.
Also, yeah. And also I thought Magna Roma was just so. So I wanted to wait and see what happens. Okay, yeah, that's
Okay.
it. That's all I have to talk about.
Okay.
So, I guess we can move on to any board news then.